This is the Aukey 1080p webcam. Aukey have sent over their 1080p webcam. It's direct and to the point. 1080p webcam. That's it. Beautifully named, and you should really know what you're getting. Okay, so it's in green packaging. Well, it's not green, but it's Go Green, which is really simple, to the point packaging. And inside we have the camera and a manual and the Aukey 24-month guarantee. It costs a very attractive £21. It has a product diagram there. There's some of the information. JPEG, 2 megapixel. Focal distance is 0.3 to 5 meters. 55-degree viewing angle. Built-in stereo microphone. Compatible with various stuff. Oh, Android's compatible on there too. Yeah, right, okay. So let's have a quick look at the camera and then get it plugged in. So it has a fairly long cable. It's actually quite a heavy cable. We have the USB at this end. FC pass mark, electric thingy majingy, and as you can see, the cable itself is sort of threaded in a way. It is quite thick. It has threading all the way up. Then, of course, it is around about 2 meters long, and that makes the heaviness of the cable makes it somewhat anti-tangle, if anything. And at the end of it, we have the camera. So it fits in there. It's not going to be moved, I wouldn't imagine, terribly much, except for whenever it falls off the back of the monitor. You have some vents along here, which don't actually seem to be vents. They just look like a bit of a design. And this bit, which is adjustable, so that there's a bit of rubber along here that sits on top of your monitor, and then this bit comes in to clamp it onto your monitor lightly. There's a bit of rubber there as well, so it's non-slip. Then we have a bit of protective film across here, and there's our camera. It's shiny plastic, Aukey on one side, and various sensors probably here. Then these are either microphones for picking up the sound when you're doing a piece to camera. Looking at the webcam is all well and good, but the proof is in the pudding, so let's go and hook it up to the computer and see how I look in 1080p on an Aukey web camera, which would be stunning, I would imagine. Let's do that. Okay, so this appears to be working. I'm talking directly to the microphone, not using my studio mic, so this, if it sounds good, then it's all good. We appear to be in a 4x5 type box. Doesn't seem to be particularly widescreen. However, the color is quite good, and there's a very big light source behind me here, and you can make out quite a bit of furniture and things in the background, whilst also keeping the focal point on me. So it does look a very quality product here, actually. I'm quite liking this, to be honest. And if I was to play around with some of the light sources that I have, we have to get some professional lighting in here too. It seems to do quite well with the light. Obviously you're not going to be shooting avatar sequels on this, however we can expect that this is quite a great choice for 20 quid's worth. I think the video quality here is pretty darn good. Okay, so this time around we're going through Windows Movie Maker, which seems to be one of the most simple ways to do things. But again, there are black bars here and here, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice to be able to fiddle around with those sorts of things, but I'm sure there's some way you can do that. And it would be worth noting right now that the audio quality is much worse here in Windows Movie Maker than it was using webcam.io to record that previous video that you have just watched. Okay, so I'm having to re-record this bit because maybe whenever I was outputting it, the codec decided to break up and there was a large amount of distortion because I moved my hands quite a lot. So I'm going to try that again. Having reviewed the footage, the microphone does in fact suck. Whilst it's still audible, so throwing this on as a £20 solution, you'll obviously be able to send a video and interact with someone over Skype or some kind of voice over IP setup. And now we're back on webcam.io. As you can see, there was a bit of freezing happening there. So I guess it just goes to show that Windows Movie Maker is terrible in every way possible, and you should use something like this website, webcam.io, that I have no affiliation with whatsoever, but it just works, and it sounds alright, and the picture quality is not bad. So hit the like button down below, let me know if you have any questions in the comments box below, turn on notifications if you fancy, and other than that, take care.